How's it going, everybody? I am Donut. This is, as always, a Black Lives Matter, all cops are bastards, and trans rights supporting channel. If you're not supporting that shit, get the fuck off this channel. This is Barry Season 3, Episode 4, All the Sauces. Now, yes, I have been very behind on this series. I said, oh, I'm gonna try and put out the episodes a few days after they come out, and blah, blah, blah. And then, I knew my fiance was coming down for a month, but I was still like, I could probably do it, because I want to get them out while the episodes are coming out to get the views, baby! But, and I just was like, I don't want to. That's really the only reason. I was just like, I would rather spend this time with my fiance. So I was just like, okay, we're not doing that. But now I'm getting back to it. It would have been nice. I always do this. It would be nice to watch these shows while everybody's watching these shows, so I can talk about them while everybody's talking about the episode and stuff. But it's just, I don't know. It's hard for me to do that sometimes. It's hard for me to do it so fast. Anyway, we're catching up on the season. There's no schedule for Barry. It's just these reactions are just going to come out when I'm finished editing the ones I react to. That's it. So this is all the sauces. Do I need to guess for a title of Barry? They're all insane as to why the fuck these titles are being picked. All the sauces is just going to be... It sounds like something Hank would say in the middle of like a metaphor or something. That's my guess. Okay, let's get into it. If you want to get the full length, check it out on the Patreon below for $4 a month. Okay, first off, holy shit, that song in the credits, I stopped my recording, else I would have kept it in the full length at least, but damn, that song in the end credits was extremely, every lyric is 100% on point to the situation going on with, like, Barry himself right now. Being, like, especially you think you're just gonna get away with it. Like, you shoot to kill because you think you're gonna get, like, you'll get away with it. And, like, all this episode is, all the times he's gotten away with it, now about to come bite him out in the ass. Like, again, that song at the end being about, like, being in control and everything like that. Nothing is ever black and white. Everything is morally gray to you. Like, it's just, there's so much, that song, so good. I just wanted to mention that. Yeah, going all the way back to our shot from episode 1, getting that family again, getting Ryan's dad again, like, just getting all these people that we know he has, irrecoverably, ruined their lives, and, like, with the Ryan thing as well, like, ruining his name as well. Like, not only did you kill this person, and, like, the family has to deal with the repercussions of that, but now, this as well. And how many is Kusuno going to contact? Like, is he just going after people that he thinks would take retribution into their own hands? Like, I don't know. Some of the other ones, maybe not so much. Like, with, Chris, like, his wife. I doubt she would do anything. So, what's the point of going to her? Other than just more and more people going to the police and saying Barry Berkman did this. But without any proof. But still, if you have a lot of people doing that. But then again, more questions coming into who told you about this and all that, so... But yeah, we're mainly following the mom and son from episode 1, which I wonder if we're ever going to find out, like, why he did that. Or I might go back and rewatch the first episode to see if we knew why, but it just wasn't important at that time, so it was just like an offhanded mention. Could be something like that, because yeah, either way, wild that, like, this is the army that Kusuno is putting together. Or, sorry, not Kusuno. This is the army that Fugues is putting together. Like, not what else I was truly expecting him to get literal, actual fucking animals. It was it panthers or cougars that he said? I can't remember if it was cougars or panthers, but it was like something like that. But yeah, I expected it to be actual wild cats he was getting. But, no, not quite. But he is, like, already flown himself over here and everything like that, just skipping past that. But yeah, I love seeing, like, we already see so many consequences of his actions, but this is, I love something that, as an audience, you don't really put much thought into, but then now when it comes back around, it's like, yeah, of course, all these people that he's killing, even the ones where we don't see the repercussions from, would have repercussions of their own. And, like, that is... that's what I'm loving, more so than, like, seeing ramifications. It's like, yeah, he always is dealing with ramifications, but this is a little bit different. I mean, it's the forgetting about it sort of thing. But, yeah, Also, man, the fucking bomb, everything to do with this bomb. I really thought it was just like attached to a toy and you were pairing it with a toy to blow it up or something like that, but no, it just straight up was a bomb from Japan that he got. It's so funny because it's so much more like it's terrifying to have this bomb as it is. One, it's basically already armed, it seems. Not exactly, but kind of like it's something. Something's going on. If he could like nestle with it, and then it started saying something about like Bakudan and an explosion. So I don't know what was going on there. But, like, having a bomb, terrifying in and of itself. Having a bomb in a language that you don't understand, far more terrifying. And it's so loud. It's so loud. And everything to do with the fucking phone. The first off, like, fan is scanning your face and getting the location data and getting, like, sharing your information with other parties. And then all they have to call customer service and, like, yes, you're trying to blow up. Like, just the explosion just, well, I think that worked. Oh my god. Barry knows how to do it. It's like social commentary so well. It's so unbelievably on the nose. There's no metaphor here. It's just straight up like it's the most on the nose you could get. Oh, with fucking everything in the show. But yeah, I also love that Sally got to have the best day of her life, and in that we also get her breaking up with Barry. Like, just damn girl, like, you know, I'm glad she is on the upswing right now. Nothing's really going bad for her right now. Now, I feel like something bad is going to happen in a big way. But, and that could be the people going to Barry's house and that coming out and stuff like that. Also just a variety piece of like, like, if people, I mean, people obviously know she is dating Barry, then there's the whole thing with Barry and Kusuno in the news, and so, if then they find out that Sally broke up with Barry, they're gonna be like, I can't believe she broke up with this war vet, and blah, 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 or they could spin on, like, I can't believe she was in a relationship with another violent man. There's many different directions they could take this. I don't know exactly what direction it is, but there's no good direction. This is going to be tabloid hell. It's just gonna be. Oh, and speaking of relationships causing turmoil, the fucking Cristobal and Hank situation, good on Cristobal for standing up and being like, no, you will fucking kill me. Like, I would not have blamed him for being, like caving and everything like that, but the fact that he actually stood his ground and showed that he does have some mental toughness. Like, and, like, just... the fucking bomb during all this, and just... What fucking timing. Like... I just, it's so, like, it was so, like, okay, he's gonna run to the house, and it's gonna explode, it's gonna blow them all up, but still, they're just turning the Wi-Fi off to immediately the bomb exploding and Cristobal standing in the street is just, it's the classic mix in the show of horrifying but hilarious. Like, recognizing that this is a terrifying situation, but also extremely fucking funny with how coincidental it is and just how this has happened. Like, the bomb went off because he had to go to customer service, and just, there's so many layers to every scene. But, and again, that scene there at the end with Cristobal and Hank and how much they love each other and how much they trust each other and how much they're willing to put their lives on the line for each other. And then Barry and Sally and, like, having that, you know, I wonder what Barry took away from seeing that. Like, as an audience, there's some definitely parallels we're making and everything like that. But is Barry also going to make those parallels? Or is he going to, like, I don't know, it seems like he realized something in that moment of just like, I wish I could have someone who was like that in my life. But, you know, I don't know, and then he tried to, like, go and be with Sally, because he always does this a lot, where he'll, like, something will happen, and then, oh, I'm gonna go be really nice to Sally, and it's just, like, you are so, you know, dependent upon a specific thing to be able to, like, to show your kindness. But yeah, again, the Sally stuff as well. Great, like, nearly, like, one-shot take sort of thing with her on the podium. Very similar to the one we got last season with her. Like, at the pool with Barry doing the line reads and stuff like that. It's like, Sally is so good at doing these monologues and everything like that. And that one was extremely good. She just had to, like, cry for a lot of it and then go into the monologue, which I imagine was incredibly hard to do, acting-wise. But yeah, as I said in the reaction, I think she just doesn't know how to handle everything going so well. Everything normally goes so awful, she really doesn't know how to handle this. And the co-star bringing up the violent man situation, glad that was brought up. Like, you know, glad, like, again, might have been a better time to do it. I really thought, I mean, even so, I don't know, because she hit her right in this moment where she's at her highest high, and then she's like, why am I with this man who makes me feel like that little girl from Joplin? You know, or I mean, not really, you know, farther in her life when that happened, but you get the point. It's the kind of thing where I thought, right now in the situation, not needed. Maybe should have waited or said it sooner. But I understand why you can't say it sooner, because it was hard to work up the courage. And this was you have the courage, so do it. And again, I thought it was going to fuck things up, but it didn't. It was actually the perfect placement. So I was wrong. There's a lot in this episode where I was like, oh, this is going to be awful, and then it isn't. It's just fine. The Kusuno stuff, thought that was going to go fucking awful. Nope, totally fine. And now Kusuno is, I feel like, going to start to be like forgiving Barry a little bit and thanking him for this job and everything like that, because he is so self-centered. And so, I mean, you know, now he's got the family thing, which is its own thing. But you could tell there's still that part of him that just wants to be a famous actor that everybody knows and loves. And as his agent was saying, this is the big brainwash. This is the big amnesia where everybody's just gonna forget about, you know, all the years and years and years and years of you being a fuck. But now, you know, they're just gonna see you as the hero because it's the latest thing you've done. And who are you but just the latest thing you've done? You know, again, going into who you are is past equals present over. Past equals present times future over yesterday. But yeah, like, that is, I think, what the showrunners are positing is who a person is, versus having, like, the tabloids and the media and just the general populace being like, oh, whatever, the latest action someone has done is who they are. Also, the fandom of any series ever, I was going to say Barry, but, you know, any series ever under the sun, where whatever is the last action a character has taken is what that character is, rather than everything they've done compiled into a nice package. And, you know, again, who they are lately. Not now, it's not the latest action. What have they been doing lately? A yesterday, if you will, but, you know, in a longer sense than actually just yesterday. Yeah, well, like Barry again saying like, oh, I just had one bad day, you're gonna judge me for this one bad day, as you know, not thinking about all the other times where this has happened, and like, yeah, it's just like, well, I'm here now being a nice person, so how can you blame me when right now in this moment I'm being nice? It's, yeah. Oh, but yeah, I think that's really all the talking points of this episode. Yeah, also just cool seeing that actor for Jean's manager. You know, he's good at. I've only seen him in WandaVision, but you know, he's very good. Like, you know, every actor in the show is so well, but it always blows me away when I am like, damn, that guy's a really good actor. It's something that, like, I feel like I shouldn't need to point it out all the time for a show like this, because everybody in it is such an insanely good actor. But, you know, there's plenty of other shows where if a, you know, character comes on for like one scene like that, I don't expect him to like really sell the role. And not in like a, wow, that made me cry, that was so emotional. Just like, I don't know, the line delivery, the way that he talks, like, it's just all perfect. The way he like banters off of Kusuno, like, just every 2-bit character in this does such an incredible job at whatever minor, tiny role they need to be. And that's crazy. Like, how much casting do they do? Like, how many rounds of audition do they do for tiny little bit roles? Or do they just, like, do it again until, like, they got something that they really like? Or, you know what? I'm so curious as to what the casting of this show is like. Because I don't know if I've ever seen a show with such insanely consistent acting. In the sense, like, I've seen other shows with maybe better act, like, you know, I don't like comparing stuff like that, but, you know, sure, for argument's sake, I might have seen better acting in other shows or whatever, you know, but again, the consistency of every single tiny little role being so well done is, I'm not sure if I've ever seen that, you know, such a consistent percentage. It's something I am obsessed with, like a percentage of something being good as opposed to like one part of being like insanely good. If that makes sense. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with that idea, but yeah, I think we've pretty much covered it. I mean, like, again, not much I can say about the Fuchs thing, but just like not where I thought it was going. Excited to see how many people is gonna get wrapped up into this. Excited to see. Like, I can never guess what the fuck Fuchs is gonna do. I just really can't. It's, I cannot guess him. He is an enigma. But yeah, that's it for this episode. I will see you guys for the next one. Until then, get the fuck out of here.